So, we're playing Professor Layton, finally. Like, not actually Professor Layton, but Katrielle Layton. But it doesn't matter, it's still a Layton. And I love the Layton series. Like, I've played every game that exists except the one with the attorney, which I probably should play. But like, I've played all of the games and I love all of the stories and I love puzzles and everything. So I thought, why not play this game? Because I love it. I have to admit I've never played it in English, but like, what's the difference? Oh, we're gonna call this... where's the Y? There's it, Sunny. Okay, yeah, I can live with that. It starts. I've actually played part of this game on the DS, but never on the Switch, and it's probably the same story. But I don't remember anymore, and I don't like want to get into my DS and see how far I've played because then I will remember the story. Oh, England on a wonderful sunny day. Beautiful, isn't it? And there's Professor Layton.
Where are you going? Daddy! Daddy!
You okay, Coco? Actually, I don't remember if this has got anything to do with the story later on. Like, I remember this scene, but I don't think the story's got anything to do. They just like wanted to explain why there's a female Layton, I think. I don't know. Wake up, Katrielle. I never wake up like this.
Right then.
I could never do this. Like, get up in the morning and be like, oh, I'm ready for this day. I'm gonna get up, get dressed. I could not get dressed like this. Make breakfast and then do something productive. I'm like standing up and then I'm like, I need 2 hours to wake up. 2 hours and 3 coffees at least. It's horrible. And she's going with her bike. Very important.
My journey as a detective starts here.
I am so proud of you. This music like of the game is so nice. Like in the starting screen, the tango was like really beautiful. And now this too. What is she looking for? Oh, for her dad, probably. Oh, a little cat. And she stole an apple. Such a good detective. Is our assistant gonna be there? He's so cute.
Dear Lucy, I've opened a detective agency on one of London's most happening streets.
Oh, I have to click.
Any mystery solved. That's the Layton Detective Agency's motto.
That's a nice motto.
I can't wait to find out what mysteries are waiting for me.
She clearly doesn't know what it means to have her own shop or her own enterprise.
Katrielle.
Her own business, that was the normal word I was looking for. Lady and the Tramp. Oh, I'm pretty sure that they did not translate that good. Because that's a movie. Lady and the Tramp.
Phew. There, all done.
Hey, you there!
Oh my god, it's a talking dog.
Who said that? Was it you?
Can you really solve any mystery?
Oh, a talking dog.
You're not surprised?
It's only talking.
Only talking? Is it true? Huh? I want some proof. Can you really solve any mystery? Seeing you hang that sign gives me an idea. Let's see you try your paw at this puzzle.
Ooh, yes, give me a puzzle. Care for cake. Let's see. The letter K has fallen down from the sign above the cake shop. Use the 3 triangles to make the letter K inside the box. Place the hand over a triangle using the left stick. Oh, this one. That's me. Great. Then pick up the triangle by holding A. Once you've grabbed it, you can move it around with the left stick or rotate it with L and R. Release A to place the triangle in position. When the K is formed, the success message will be displayed automatically. Place the triangles carefully. Okay. Oh, I've got the whole descriptions beside me there. And the nice little picture. What? What does the menu do? Ah, okay. As I said, I've never played this on... I've never played this on... I'm not sure what I'm doing here. On... the Switch. I should finish sentences when I start them. What does a K look like? I don't remember. No, that's a C again. Why do I keep making a C? Oh, you know what? I don't like make the K with those. I show the background with this. I have to do it like this. That's what I have to do.
I've seen how to solve
Okay.
this now.
I've solved it. This took quite some time. You did it! The sign is fixed and the shop is open again. Careful cake. Anyone? Yes, we're gonna be alone in this cake shop. Picarats are perfect commodity you earn by completing puzzles and the measure of puzzle difficulty. The higher puzzles I don't know how to pronounce this. Value is, the harder the puzzle will be. Each time you get a puzzle wrong, the available picarats diminish. So think carefully before you answer. Yeah, I know. The special end of game save includes some bonuses, among which you'll find a top secret file. The more picarats you've amassed while playing the game, the more earth-shattering the revelations you'll find inside it. Really? I don't think I've finished this game.
Right. You seem to be up to scratch.
Thank you.
Took me long enough.
Why don't you step inside?
Yeah, it's not very wise to... Wait, didn't she say that it's a street where a lot of things are happening? The street is completely empty.
So, what can I do for you?
Look at me. It's obvious.
What?
I'm a talking dog.
Yes, I can see that, and...
And? All right then. And I have total amnesia.
Oh no.
With amnesia.
If I could just remember my parents, it might make more sense. I feel like I'm me, but not really me. I don't even know if I'm pedigree.
Is that all?
No, that's not all. I want you to find out who I really am.
Oh, he's like a teenager, having troubles
Come on.
finding his place in life.
Got anything else? A diabolical box that kills you? A letter from the future? A relic from an ancient civilization? Nothing like that?
No, that's all the stories of the Professor Layton games.
Perhaps it's fate. All right then. Any clues?
Well, not everyone can hear me talking. Some can, some can't. very rare to find someone who can, actually.
It's a curse.
That dog, it just spoke.
Oh, hi, assistant. I forgot his name. Don't tell him.
Rare someone who can hear you talk.
Who's this?
Apparently, he's my assistant. I told him I don't need help, but he won't listen.
Overly dogged. No one wants that.
What's all this about, Miss Layton?
This talking dog wants me to solve the mystery of who he is and where he comes from. So, we've had our first inquiry.
Incredible, miss. Such a fascinating case from day one. Your reputation obviously precedes you.
So, I don't believe you told me your name.
Ernest. Ernest Greenwich, miss.
Okay, yeah, now I know his name.
That's just what he's like.
I see.
Oh, he's so cute. He's so
I
nice.
said something wrong.
He's the best assistant.
Anyway,
I can't even remember my own name.
Can I name him?
do you remember anything else at all?
I've got a vague memory of a tower or something falling down, and then lightning flashing across the sky.
That's it.
Goodness, golly, not much to go on, is it?
Who are...
It certainly isn't. I've no other cases at the moment, so why not? I'll do what I can.
You will? Well, that's great.
Oh,
I mean, we
and
just
I insist
opened.
on my fee, even for man's best friend.
Oh, I'm not poor.
Well, here's the paperwork then. Now, you'll need a name. How about Sherl?
Oh,
Remember
exactly.
your name. So, I've
Like Sherlock Holmes.
with inspiration from the famous Sherlock Holmes.
Yes,
What
of
really
course.
suits you?
Oh, that's splendid, sir. Being named after such a prestigious figure, I mean.
Like I said, who asked you, anyway?
Look. Here. Sherl O.C. Combs. Sherl is a great name.
For a girl?
Don't yap, Sherl.
Stop calling me that.
Surely there's no need to get angry.
Hey, are you in?
Ah. Inspector Hastings.
Yes, of course. Save my praises. Okay. Saving this one. Great. Inspector Hastings, whatever is the matter, you look positively beside yourself. You won't believe what's happened. Who is this loud-mouthed, long-nosed nerk? He's got more color than me. This is Inspector Hastings, Sherl, from Scotland Yard. Despite appearances, he's actually responsible for ensuring London's safety, and the police always face in this game. What's that mutt doing here? Don't tell me you've gone and bought yourself a pet cat. A pet? A pet? Do I look like a pet? Don't answer that. It looks as though Inspector Hastings can't understand what you're saying, Sherl. Of course he can't. Like I said, it's an exclusive club. Most people just hear wolves and barks. And yet, in a straw poll of those present here, 2 out of 3 are in the club. Very exclusive. I can't help it if Super Snitch here isn't one of the enlightened ones. What are you muttering about, cat? Sorry, Inspector. To answer your question, no. Sherl here isn't a pet. Rather, he's my very first client. The first to have signed on the dotted line and enlist my services. Very strictly speaking, miss, he can't sign anything, of course. He's digitally impaired. An excellent observation, Ernest. Let me rephrase that then. The first to have put his paw print on my paperwork. Is this some kind of wind-up? Well, anyway, we haven't got time to be discussing bets. I've got a case I need you on, cat, and I need you on it right now. Okay. How intriguing. Why the urgency? And why do you need me in it particular, Inspector? Because he can't do anything without a Layton. Because we all know you're the best. You've proved that when you've helped me out in the past. With your little grey cells on the case, we'll have it solved in no time, I think. I'm so sorry, I can't do London dialect. Like, I know this should be the way that London people speak, but I can't do it. Well, probably. His confidence in you is inspiring, Cat. Don't you worry, Inspector. There's not a case in the world that Miss Layton couldn't crack. Any mystery solved. That's the Layton Detective Agency motto, you know? Well, let's hope you can put your money where your mouth is, 'cause we need all the help we can get on this one. Perhaps it's time you told us what has actually happened, Inspector. Oh, yeah. Well, it's hard to believe, to be honest. I mean, you'd never expect something like that to get nicked. Something's been stolen? A burglary case, is it? Of sorts, yeah, but not your average run-o'-the-mill burglary. This affects everyone in London, in the whole of Britain. Gosh, really? Whatever could be so important? Good question. I think you better just come to the scene, then I'll explain everything. That sounds like a very good idea. Lead the way. Hello, isn't there a little matter we're forgetting here? What about figuring out my true identity? Oh yes, well the trouble is, this new case just sounds a lot more interesting. That's so typical Katrielle. Like, Professor Layton would have had a very nice excuse and been like, we have to solve this first, it's important. And she's just like, I don't really care. Interesting? You decide which cases to investigate based on how interesting they are, do you? Exactly, I'm glad you understand. Well, pardon me for only being a talking dog. I really must try harder to be more interesting. Oh, now, Shirley, don't be like that. Your case is important to us, but we're experiencing a high volume of inquiries at present, and thank you, Ernest, you're the best. You've had one new inquiry. One. Never mind, clearly the inspector here has his knickers in a twist about something. Let him jump the queue if he has to. Good. That's that settled then. Now let's get to the scene and start investigating. Where are we going, Inspector? Just down the road, as it happens, to Big Ben. No! Big Ben? The Elisabeth Tower, I presume? Not Burly Benjamin, who lives a few doors down, surely? Oh, the next chapter. The Hand That Feeds. Oh my god! Thanks for showing me what's missing, Gabe. Good gracious! The hour hand. It's missing. You call it hand? Really? Yep, I'm afraid so. It was reported to us this morning. So that's what this is all about? One of the hands from the clock tower has been stolen? Unbelievable, isn't it? We've got to catch the hooligan who did it and get the hand back quick smart. That's true. But there are 4 clock faces on the Elisabeth Tower, aren't there? Even if this 1 hour hand is missing, the other 3 faces will still show the correct time, surely. That's right. I mean, certainly it may be a little inconvenient, perhaps, but to describe this as affecting all of Britain, isn't that rather an exaggeration? Well, I guess there are not a lot of people actually looking at the clock at the Elisabeth Tower to know the time. Yeah, my better half said the same thing, but it's much worse than a bit of inconvenience to not knowing the right time. The problem is, we're due a visit tomorrow from Ambassador... How do you say that? Fudufafa. Oh yes, I remember reading about it in the Times. It's the anniversary of the Treaty of Rome, isn't it? Of Rome? Wait. But that guy's not from Italy, right? Because that doesn't sound Italian. But what does that have to do with the Elisabeth Tower? The ambassador is going to be received at a venue inside of the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben. And as a symbol of the timeless friendship and cooperation between our two lands, they planned on giving him a present. A pendant modeled on the ends of Big Ben. Oh dear. Yes, so you can only imagine that the conversation's gotta turn to the subject of the clock tower at some point. And it's not gonna look too clever if the very end ends the pendant is modeled on have been half-inched by some low-life scoundrel the Met can't catch. I gotta practice my English. Obviously, it will be plastered all over the foreign press as well. Well, it probably is already. It's a blooming disgrace, is what it is. I see. So that's why you're intent on tracking down the culprit and recovering the missing hand before tomorrow's engagement. Exactly. We really need your help on this one, Kat. Of course, I'll do everything I can. Our national pride is at stake here, as you say. Well, that's a relief. I was worried you'd turn me down. Obviously, Scotland Yard will be carrying on with its own investigations at the same time. It's all hands on deck. I've got officials scouring the area around the tower, so you can ask them if they've got any leads. Leave it to me, Inspector. We get started at once. Gosh, miss, it's so rousing when you take the bull by the horns like this. Oh no. No, wait a minute. What now? Well, as this is our first case since the establishment of the Layton Detective Agency, I'd better show you the ropes. Let me explain how I like to carry out my investigations. Oh no, I already know. Oh yes, please do, Miss Layton. In investigation mode, the cursor on the screen changes to be a magnific... That thing. Use the left stick to move the magnifying glass around to examine every inch of the scene. Well, it's just the same as with the other thing. Sometimes when you move the magnifying glass over a particular point, it would turn orange or blue. When you identify a point of interest like that, yeah, just press A, that's fine. You can also use the directional buttons to quickly snap the magnifying glass between people and other areas of interest. Oh, that's interesting. You need to master both controls. So the left stick to move... Okay, don't... Alright, I think I've got the hang of that. Got the hang of licking her boots? Yep. Sorry, I mean you're a fast learner, Pinstripes. So let's get straight down to business and start investigating. Let's start with the top of that lamppost, shall we? Use the left stick. Actually, we're gonna go on next time. Because I feel like this is enough for the first episode. And we're going to do a lot of puzzles in the next episode. It's nice how British everything is. It isn't that British in German, actually. But I love it. I see you in the next episode. Bye!